All right, good afternoon to all the journalists that have taken time out on your busy Tuesday to join us. As promised, we have the captain of the West Indies 50 over team, Shay available to speak with you. And he'll basically be taking questions based on the group stages that have just been completed and the upcoming Super 6 round of fixtures, which will begin shortly. We don't have that many persons on today's press conference, so we are going to allow you to ask 3 to 4 questions at a time. I'm going to ask that if you have questions prepared, that you please raise your hand in the Zoom group chat as early as possible, just so that we're able to kind of gauge how long the engagement will be. I'm not seeing any raised hands as of yet, and I'm seeing a couple of persons still connecting to audio. Jelani Beckles, however, is already connected. So Jelani, if you do have questions, I'm going to encourage you to go first.
Okay, thanks, Dario. Yeah, I'll ask a couple of questions. Hi, Shay, morning. I know it was a tough result yesterday. Shay, how is the team feeling confidence-wise heading into the rest of the qualifiers?
This certainly is going to be a lot of pain and hurt in the dressing room, but we know that there's still always a chance for us to move to the next step. So we're always talking about communicating amongst each other. The main thing right now is to get the guys as uplifted as possible to make sure we get the best result going into the next game.
And Shay, I know a lot of talk on social media, and you know the region is a bit disappointed with the result. You think what was your message to the region in terms of still supporting you guys? Because I know everybody's all deflated in the region about the standard of the cricket and the performance, the loss yesterday. How you feel about the fans still supporting you guys?
Well, firstly, that's completely understandable. But one thing I can guarantee that you guys can never be as deflated as us. I'm sure that the pain is even more severe here in the dressing room. But the only thing I can ask for you guys is to continue supporting us. We're certainly trying to put our best out there, regardless of what's happening. The results won't always go our way, but we definitely need to find ways to turn it around quickly. We have a huge legacy behind us, and we know that. But we have to create our own legacy as well and make sure that we whatever we do, that we're representing the people of the West Indies proudly.
Okay, Shita. Thanks a lot. All the best, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Again, I'm not seeing any raised hands. I see the Cricket Forum present, who I know usually has questions prepared. So the Cricket Forum, if you do have questions, I'm going to encourage you to go now. Andy Spence is in the chat as well, but I'm seeing that he's not connected to audio. So please proceed, the Cricket Forum, and then if any questions, Andy Spence will go after. If there's nothing at that time, we'll look to end today's engagement. If you're speaking to us here, mic is on mute.
Not hearing anything if someone is speaking.
Good morning. Good evening.
There we go. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, man. What are the mistakes you think you would have made leading up to the tournament and during the matches?
Oh, that's a tough one in a sense, because the unfortunate reality is that as a team, you know, we didn't get the opportunity to come together a lot sooner. But again, I said that's the reality of the situation. But we have to focus on what we can control, and that's basically the performances that we have on the field. That we can control our fielding, we can control our attitude, and I don't think that is up to par. We definitely need to take a strong look at that, especially going forward, because we know that the catches certainly let us down in these games. So again, those are things that we can control, and we need to be very honest with ourselves and understand that our attitude going into towards these next few games has to turn around.
You said before that you never come together long enough before the tournament. But Romero Shepherd remarked that you called him and told him that he could take 10 days break. Was this a unilateral decision, or did you contact someone else before you called Shepherd?
Oh, it's a management decision. There's no one person making decisions here. We all have communications around it. And as much as we understand the importance of getting into the nets, we also have to look at the mental side of the game, because you can hit as many balls, you can bowl as many balls as you want. But if your mind is not right, you're not going to get the performances that the team requires. So we have to look at the entire thing holistically. And that's the reason why players would have had some time off. And we understand the importance of that time off as well. That's definitely not going to be an excuse for our performances. We definitely let ourselves down on the field. And as I said, those are things that we could have controlled. We could have controlled the catches we taken. We couldn't control our running between the wickets, saving those tools, all those things. We can put a lot of fingers on different things. But yeah, we definitely need to look at ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much.
Andy Spence is now connected. Andy, if you have questions prepared, please proceed.
Good day, everyone. Hi, Shay.
Hi, good day.
The cricketing adage, catches win matches. West Indies have failed miserably in this regard and are ground feeling. What do you think are the main contributory factors to a poor feeling in the tournament so far?
I guess I've been stressing on it a lot. Is that same attitude and mindset towards the feeling. Obviously, catches will be dropped. No matter how many balls you catch in training, you still have to have that mindset going into the game. And as long as you have that attitude and that mindset and that effort to take those chances, then you can't really blame the guys. But sometimes maybe the lack of awareness and maybe that same attitude towards the feeling might have let us down in those instances. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Tough losses, but we definitely can't bring back the past. We got to look ahead and try to turn that around.
Andy, if that's it from you, I'm not seeing any further indication of questions. So I just want to say, firstly, thanks to Shay.
Hey, Dario, can I ask one more?
Yes, of course, John.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dario. Shay, I know in hindsight hindsight is always clear, but how the decisions that were made in the last few overs, to give maybe Holder the super over, and whoever bowled in the last few overs, you think you could have done things differently, or at the time you think that was the best decision? You try to make the best decisions for the team. I know some people might question some of the decision making, but do you think the best decisions were made looking back?
Again, as you just rightfully said, hindsight is the best side. Because Jason could have come and bowled the best super over, could have bowled and beat in, and we won the game. But we have to look at way before that. We can't pinpoint a super over for the reason why we lost the game. We got to look at all the factors leading up to that super over. And again, anyone who I throw the ball to, they're always going to give me 110%. And the general consensus was that Jay said he's the man. We backed him. It just didn't turn out, unfortunately, for us this time. But it's a learning opportunity for us. We know that if Jason's put in that situation again, backing him 120% to deliver for us. So that's how it goes this time. And unfortunately, we came on the losing end. But yeah, it's a lesson to be learned.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Shay, for taking time out of your day to answer these questions, obviously after a tough loss yesterday. And I want to say thanks to the journalists that did join and pose their questions and haven't given up on the West Indies, possibly going forward to the 2023 World Cup. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day and looking forward to engaging you soon again.